Hey, what's up guys? I'm back with another video, and today I have a really big LEGO Star Wars set. It is the Jedi, Starfighter, and Hyperdrive ring, and I do not have the box for this because I threw it away when I got it. So sorry about that. And I'm gonna start with a look at the build first, and I'm gonna save the minifigs for last. Tell me if you want me to go back to the minifigs first, but in the comments. But this is what we're going to do for this video. And this part, holding it like this, is pretty sturdy, but you might pull off one of these flaps. So you should definitely use the handle, and maybe just kind of pick it up from here to grab the handle. But if one of these panels comes off, then they have pretty consistent builds, so you should be able to find out how that fits on again. Just wanted to mention that. But this handle is really nice, and it's very sturdy. This is a very sturdy build. It has a lot of techniques, so that's why. The flimsiest part is definitely the Starfighter itself. But, yeah, I'll talk about that later. You can see some black pins, but that doesn't really bother me that much, because this is a lot of clear pieces, and I really appreciate them doing that, instead of just going with an all-black look. And you have these really nice designs for the panels, and you have studs. The studs are not always on top, because they use some technical pieces that allow them to clip them from the bottom so the studs hang. So that's cool. And then they have this they have this part right here, so it can stand up on its own. So this is a really sturdy build, and that's a really good thing about it. And also these boosters, which you can spin these circles up if you want to. I think they look really nice. And you got the engine. The engine's back here. And I think I'm pretty lucky to have this thing, because I'm pretty sure it sold out pretty fast, even though it's very big and thus expensive, especially now. But yeah, alright, another thing about this is that the booster, the hyperdrive ring can also shoot. And like I said, these flaps do come off sometimes. So you've got spring-loaded shooters right here and right here, and you could just shoot those off. And I'll go find that later. But that is a cool thing. And they're right next to the handle, so you can easily just be flying this thing and then just hit the tail. And then the main action feature of this is that this isn't the greatest color for the red, but I guess it actually kind of blends in, but it is bright, so you will be able to see it. And you see this rubber band right here? You might be able to. And when you're holding the handle, you can just, it's a trigger, so you can just pull this back, and then it lets, now this starship can fly off. And then there's these clamps too, which can open, but they don't actually do really anything. They're just for the looks. And this is supposed to come off from the bottom, but it has the handle, so that's fine. I don't really care too much about that accuracy, because still it can fit in. And when you release this, it can fly through, because it's small enough. And then you're left with this, and here you can see the mechanism better. Just does that. So that's the booster, and it does become lighter after you take the ship off. And then on the underside, you can see the pins. So they're not like locked, but they're still held in when you don't want it to. And you saw me shaking it earlier, and it didn't fall out. So it's, like I said, this set is very sturdy. But yeah, over here on the wings, I've had some things start to come off. Like this will come off. This will even come off. The wings entirely, they're pretty secure. I don't know. Maybe that's just my fault. Maybe I'm just being too rough with this, but I don't know. But you do have these clips for accessories, and you have Obi-Wan's lightsaber on there right now, or I have. And then got landing gear, and that can just come down, and then with the back coming down, it'll stand like this. So that's nice. And now I really want some like Geonosians, so I can recreate that scene from episode 2 when he comes down to Geonosis. But at least you have 2 other villains, which is still cool. And you also have stud shooters, so you can shoot them off like that, one on either side. And you see the head of R4 P17, and as you saw, it can spin. But where's the rest of his body, you may ask? Is it just like those original ones where they just have the head? Well, no, because if you remove this, you pull out the body, and it's not attached by any studs, so it can come out easily. So there's the body, and then there's the head, and I think that's a really good thing for this type of Starfighter. I really like that design. I think it's very effective, although this doesn't look too great open, but you know, probably wouldn't. When you have R4 out, you probably wouldn't be using this too much. And then Obi-Wan can come out like this, and he is attached to studs. So when that's the case, I just like lean him over to one side and then pull him up so his legs don't get stuck. And he has this nice console, which isn't one that I have too much of, so that's cool to me. This tail is attached, I think, the same way as Anakin's Jedi Starfighter from 2018, which I also have. I'll do a review on that after I decustomize it, because I did that with my friend. But yeah, I'll leave him out so we can look at the minifigs and take his lightsaber off. And I'll show you how it goes back in. It's maybe a little bit harder to get it back in, but you just slide it through and then line up the pins, and I like to push them back into that, and then kind of like push this forward a little so it locks in better, and then there you go. Now it will not come out, and pull down the flaps to make it look a little better. Yeah, like I said about that. But then for the figures, I think I might have spent too much time on the belt, but the figures, here's Obi-Wan, and he's got this Nice blue lightsaber, pretty common though. And the nice Jedi robes. I also have the new Revenge of the Sith version from the Dual Mustafar set. And I did a review on that, so go check that out. And then he's got the headset on. And then again, but with an angry face. So he's a nice figure. And then next up, here's R4P17. And this is a nice droid. I like the Astromechs. I think they're cool figures. And there's the print on the back. And this looks like it's a pretty straight print, so that's pretty lucky. I've seen them be bad sometimes. And then here's Jango Fett, and he is a really cool character. And he's very rare. Don't believe they have one on the market right now. And then there's the helmet, and you can move this down. And also, like the Mandalorian Battle Pack, there are more like visors and stuff that you can put on there. And it comes with that pack. Go check that video out if you want to see the different options. And then here's his face. I miss these like bearded Boba faces. I thought they looked really good, but then they started using Angry Clone, which is pretty accurate, but just not as good. And he has very nice printing, and he uses these regular pieces for blasters, which is actually pretty accurate. And there's a back. I think the front is better, but yeah. Nice figure. And then here is his son, Boba Fett. And this is the second time he's appeared in an actual set. He did appear in an advent calendar, but the first time was 2002 with Jango Fett Slave 1. I like him. He's got this devilish smile. And then he's a little unhappy or confused, whichever way you want to look at it. But yeah, I think this set has great minifigures, a great build, a very sturdy build too. So it's hard to say anything bad about this set. So I think it's a great set. I definitely recommend this. Tell me what you think about this in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.